Hello everyone, and welcome to this inevitable disaster. So, remember when I said I had a few more ideas for Dragon Prince videos? Well, this was one of them. And... why do I do this to myself? Yep, I'm going to be ranking all the characters, major-ish characters who have any sort of impact on the story whatsoever, from the Dragon Prince. I couldn't find one which had been updated for season 4, so these are all the characters from seasons 1 to 3, and I will add the season 4 ones at the end. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's start from the beginning. So, first up we have, I don't know which one is which. I know their names are Annika and Nea, but I don't know which one is which, so... Lesbian Durin Queen number 1. Now, these two, they only appeared in like 2 episodes and like immediately died. So they didn't really get much time, we didn't get to spend much time with them. But I do love their designs, and they were the first, confirmed gay characters in the show, so I have to give credit where it's due. So I think I will put both of them in the coolish tier. Yeah, these are my tiers, by the way. I named them myself. Are you proud? We got the bestest, which is the S tier. Hell yeah, which is the A tier. Pretty cool, which is sort of the A minus. Coolish, which is the B tier. Is the C tier. No is the D tier. And absolutely the fuck not is the worst one. Just looking at this, I don't think I'll be placing anyone in absolutely the fuck not, but, you know. So next up we have Anya. Anya is a really cool character, and I really like her a lot. She's very, very sassy, and very, very smart, and a total little tiny badass, and I really love her. It's such a shame that we didn't get to see her in season 4, but then again, the focus wasn't really on the human kingdom, so it's understandable, but I really hope we do see her again in future seasons, because, yeah, she's really cool. So she goes in the pretty cool tier. Lujane. I am pretty indifferent to Lujane as a character. Like, she has kind of a fun personality, she's pretty quirky. I am 85% convinced that she was just high the entire time that she was on screen for. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think she is as cool as the lesbian Durin Queens, so she goes in the tier. Yeah, I mean, it's Lujane. She's cool, whatever. That's Ava, I think. I mean, Ava is a wolf. Really? I thought bird. In all seriousness. Yeah, Ava's cool. She's an animal companion. Not much else to say. She's cool. Goes in the coolish tier. Next up we got Bait. Bait is also an animal companion, but he is the MVP, so yeah, Bait goes in the hell yeah tier. He's just the best. He's very, very cool, and we love Bait. Look who we have here. Fallen Star, Midnight Star of Ilarion, Arabos. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Just his design and his voice and his... he's so, like, charismatic. And I know that half the fan base, probably more than half, is extremely thirsty for Arabos, and it's not difficult to understand why. I mean, being asexual, I mean, I understand the appeal, and yes, I might be asexual, but that does not mean I cannot appreciate good art. And I have to say, the art of Arabos is very good. Yeah, Arabos is so cool. I I mean, the scene with him in season 4 was easily the best scene in the whole season. And given the stuff that his voice actor and the creators have tweeted, I absolutely cannot wait to see more of him in the coming seasons. More of his backstory, more of his everything. And I swear, the number of discussions that you see in the Dragon Prince Discord about Aravos on a daily basis, it's quite something else. Some of them get pretty heated too. But yes, Aravos is awesome, and there's so much about him we just don't know, so I'm really looking forward to that. Next up we have, not Rayla, Opeli. Opeli's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I think she, well, I say she's pretty cool, so she goes in the pretty cool tier. You know, she very much has Ezran's back all the time. She advises him when he's being too naive. And yeah, she's just generally very good. We love Opeli. She's great. Next up we have Zim. Zim is, well, his early design, which is this, obviously, it's so cute, and I love it. I feel like in season 4, he very much, more of his personality shone through. Like, he's quite playful, quite goofy. I mean, he is a kid after all. But he's also quite strong-willed. He doesn't let Rex Igneous trash talk his dad, for one thing. He defies Zubeia when she tells him to stay at home, because of course he does. And yeah, he's generally very good, and I would look forward to seeing more of him, so he goes in the hell yeah tier. Kazi! I was very glad to see that Kazi was okay in season 4, because I was kind of worried that they died when Luxaria got darkified, but no, they're okay. Also, the first and currently only non-binary character in the show. Hopefully there'll be more at some point, but yeah, and I love the whole linguistics exchange with Janai. Like, Janai's just like, yeah, can you do it or not? And they're just like, yeah, sure. If my interpretation is correct, and it is. They're just great. I love them. Okay, yeah, they go in the pretty cool tier. Even though they don't have that much screen time, they definitely are imprinted in my memory. If there is one character I actively dislike in the Dragon Prince, it is the Crowmaster. I don't think I hate him enough to put him in absolutely the fuck not, but I just find him so goddamn annoying. He's just, like, painfully unfunny most of the time. Except for the 417 unread messages thing, that was funny, but other than that, he's just annoying. I feel like the I'm not the Crow Lord is kind of a running gag that they have milked a bit too much. But yeah, I think he goes in the no tier. Maybe I'll bump him down to absolutely the fuck not if I'm really feeling mean by the end of this video, but yeah. Well, look who's next. Why is it that all my favorite characters and things start with A? Like, in Dragon Age, Alistair is my favorite character. In the Dragon Prince, Amaya is my favorite character. It's what's that meme? If I had a nickel for every time my favorite character in something was a badass warrior starting with A, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice. What can I say? Amaya is best girl of all time ever. I mean, I mean, her whole existence is just so amazing to me, because how much effort would it have taken them? How much effort did it take them to go out of their way to animate all of that ASL? it's just, I love the absolute just dedication they have to Amaya's character. It's so great to see representation-wise. Um, and yeah, I mean, we'll get to Grunt in a bit, but I love that she isn't relying on him. Everyone else around them is relying on him to translate what she's saying. And I think that's just really cool. She is so badass, so cool. And also snarky as hell. I mean, the scene in season 3 where she tells Janai to shove a sword up her ass is just, so good. I love it so much. And I was not expecting them to make her a lesbian, but then that happened, and I was like, oh my god. Like, when I first finished season 3 and they held hands, I was like, yeah, I ship it. And coming from me who doesn't really ship characters much, I was like, yeah, I can see this. And then season 4, they just went all out with the Janaya content, and it was so good. Literally, I stayed up. I mean, I made a whole video on this, but I stayed up till like 2 a.m. to watch the premiere of the first episode, and I was not okay. I literally sat here for like 20 minutes, just unable to breathe, and then I went to bed and was like, did that just happen? I was in a total state of like denial and disbelief. I was just like, oh my god, they actually did it. And the moments they had between the two of them later on in the season as well was the 2 cake scene. It's so cute, and I love it. So yes, Amaya is the best girl of best girls ever. I think this is Pyra. I don't know. Pyra's not really a character. She's more of a plot device, I think. She kind of shows up when she needs to. She does lead to an arc for Callum and Rayla, as well as Soren and Claudia. So, credit where it's due. She goes in the coolish tier. I feel like the coolish tier is becoming for characters we didn't see very much of, but they seem cool, so whatever. Barrius the Baker. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's voiced by the same voice actor as Viren, which I find very funny. I mean, people are ragging on season 4's jelly tart jokes a lot, but personally I don't think that was the worst thing in the season. And they just had the whole jelly tarts thing just has such a, I don't know, it just has such a nice charm to it, and I love it a lot. So yeah, Barrius is pretty cool. He has graduated to pretty cool TM. Soren. I feel like he's a good character, but I don't like him. I mean, he's just the old racist grandpa who can't get over himself because he's like 3,000 years old, and honestly, he's not gonna change his mind by this point. Yeah, he's very bitter, very angry after getting blinded by Ziad. Which, honestly, who wouldn't be, but like, yeah. He also kind of wanted to torch an entire city. That was not very cool of him. So yeah, you know what? Crowmaster's getting bumped down to absolutely the fuck not, because Sol is no. And I like Crowmaster less than Sol. Ugh. Yeah, I don't actively hate Crowmaster, I just like him the least out of anything in the show. Captain Velas with a silent D. He was pretty great for the short time we saw him. I don't think he'll ever make a return. Like, people have been saying maybe he might, but I don't think he will. He seemed very much like a one-time character, but he was definitely really cool while he was there. So yeah, I think he goes in the, he's between pretty cool and hell yeah. I think I'll stick with pretty cool. Honestly, the pretty cool and coolish tiers. Like, the coolish is the characters that we saw a bit of and they seemed, yeah, fine, whatever. Pretty cool is the characters we didn't see much of, but they were really great for the short time we saw them. Well, except for Opelli, maybe, but yeah. This man is just... I know we only saw Ethari for like one episode, but that one episode he was in, I mean... and especially after reading Blood Moon Huntress and seeing so much more of him, I adore Ethari with my whole heart. He's such a sweetheart, and I love him so much. He has such, like, a cute, dorky personality, but he's also very assertive when he needs to be, and his relationship with Runan is just the softest, most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Yes, Ruthari is one of the few things that makes me sad that I'm asexual. And probably aromantic too. What fun. Which generally I'm very not sad about that, so I think that says a lot. But yeah, Ethari is just awesome. And his relationship with Rayla as well is just the most beautiful thing. Like, there's an art from the credits, I'm not sure which episode, it probably is Ghost, of him, like, braiding Rayla's hair. And, like, it's the same braid that she has at the start of season 1, and it's just, oh. Moon fam. We love to see it. And, obviously, with Ethari comes Runan. I mean, Runan goes in hell yeah, purely because we will be seeing more of him. I don't doubt that. I mean, I made a whole video on my season 5 theories, but... yeah, I really, really like Runan. He is... I mean, I talked about him a lot in my Blood Moon Hunters video as well. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth here. But, yeah. The angst that there is going to be, I already am calling it now. I'm not ready for. That's gonna destroy me. But yes, reunite the elf husbands already! And the entire internet also feels the same way. Next up we have Kessa. I don't know, Kessa seemed kind of one-dimensional, and then she, like, immediately died, so I think I'm pretty about Kessa. I mean, it's clear that Janai had a lot of care for her, given her reaction to her death. But yeah, we didn't see a great deal of Kessa, and she just seemed kind of one note, so, and was not very nice. Not very nice to poor Amaya, so, yeah. Ibis. Again, as I said in my season 4 rant, I would have been much sadder about Ibis's death if he'd had more screen time and we'd had more time to get to know him. Because, I mean, he seemed pretty cool, but... yeah, he's dead now, so what are they gonna do? That seems a little harsh to say, but, like, it's true. So, yeah, he's coolish. Also, in season 3, they get to the Storm Spire, and then he drops, like, the stupidest cliffhanger. He's like, oh, you're too late. Oh, wait, she's not dead, though. She's just asleep. Like, dude. What? You couldn't just have said that straight away. I mean, I guess they needed a cliffhanger for the ending of that episode, but, like, still. It seemed kind of a bit dumb. Callum. Yeah, Callum's awesome. He's between the bestest and hell yeah. Yeah, he's in the bestest. Yeah, Callum is so great, and I mean, I'm not a super hardcore Raylan shipper like most of the rest of the fan base, so I don't really tend to focus on him when I'm thinking about the Dragon Prince, but yeah, Callum is a really good character, and he's... well, he had a really strong arc in the first 3 seasons, and with the groundwork this season 4 is laid, I'm sure he'll have one just as strong an arc going forward, what with the whole Erebos situation. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Callum. The internet has already taken all my words out of my mouth in that regard. So, yeah. Oh, there we got Rayla's parents, Teodrin and Lane. We only saw them for like 5 minutes, but they seem pretty cool. Honestly, this is just becoming the tier list of coolish. But I don't know, their weapons are so cool though. Nah, we haven't seen enough of them yet. I mean, with them, they're gonna get freed from the coins. Like, that's gonna happen. They wouldn't have confirmed that they were in the coins if they were just gonna not do that, so... yeah. We will see more of them, I don't doubt, and that will inevitably lead to some shit, but... we already did the theorizing videos, so I'm gonna shut up on that front right now. Next up we got Nyx. Unpopular opinion, I really did not like Nyx. She just kind of annoyed me. I don't know if it was the... yeah, I don't know. She just was very much like a rogue type. And she did help Callum and Rayla, also tried to betray them. And she only appeared in like 2 episodes, so we haven't seen a whole lot of her, so I'm pretty about Nyx. Next up we got Gran, best boy. Oh, Gran is such a puppy. I love him so much. That may have just sounded like I said puffy. I said puppy, I promised. But yeah, Gran is so awesome, and his friendship with Amaya is so good, and I love it. Like, when she, there's so many great moments that there's been between them. Like, when she when she reunites with him and fucking picks him up and does a little, like, twirl hug on him, and it's just, oh, it's so cute. And then when she goes to blow up the breach and he runs after her, and then when they reunite at the end of the battle and he's actually, like, crying. Just, oh. Friendship goals. Why can't I have friends like this in my life? Yeah, anyway, Gran is hell yeah. Haven't quite seen enough of him for him to be the bestest, but yeah. He's the best boy. Next up, we got Prince Kasef of Neolandia. Ugh, I'm in a weird mood tonight. I don't know. Kasef's another character that I'm pretty about, because we didn't see, like, a whole lot of him, and he was just kind of a dick for the entire time. Yeah, I mean, it's his motivations are understandable, given that, you know, his dad got, like, badly injured by fake assassins, but for him to go down the way he did, I don't know. I'm sure the Kingdom of Neolandia has been having a fucking field day for the last 2 years. That's all I'll say on that matter. Rayla is the bestest. Yeah, I don't think anyone would disagree with me on that. Rayla is just... I mean, Amaya is my favourite character and the best character in my opinion, but I know so many other people think Rayla is the best character, and it's not hard to understand why. She has such a compelling personality and character arc over the first 3 seasons, and, well, the problem with talking about this is that a lot of these characters' arcs aren't finished as of right now, and won't be for some years yet. So... yeah, I mean, I'm sure that she will continue to have a great arc going forwards. But yeah, her whole self-sacrifice mentality is so interesting to see, and the way that it affects her decision making, and eventually causes some bad shit to happen, which is very, very sad. But yeah, hopefully said bad shit will be worked through in the future seasons. Honestly, the entire fanbase being up in arms about whether Raylan will be platonic or not is very, very funny to me. Maybe it's just the asexual in me, but I'm just cool with whatever they give us. Like, I don't care if it's platonic or not. Actually, I'd be probably more down for that. Unpopular opinion of the century. Because much as I love Raylan, it's not my favourite pairing in the show. Janaya takes that honour, so... yeah, with Ethari as a close second. So yeah, I mean, I don't really mind what they do with Raylan in the future, just as long as they can finally sit down and talk about their feelings, like they probably should have in season 4, but and again, too soon, I guess. So it will happen. They have said that they will talk, which is all I really want. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't really care about where their relationship goes, because I definitely do. Just whether it's romantic, platonic, whatever, I'm pretty indifferent. I'm probably the only person in the whole Dragon Prince fanbase with that opinion. But yeah, they're cute. I like it. It's a good ship. Cool. Ezran. Ezran is probably a hell yeah character for me. He's definitely... I mean, the fact that they managed to make a kid character who's actually, like, a really good character is something in itself. And yeah, it's so nice to see how he's grown up over the 2 years since seasons 1 to 3. I mean, and I loved his whole arc in the first 3 seasons with him grappling with the fact that his dad died and trying to become king and not being very good at it because he's only, like, 10 years old. And yeah, and then in season 4, you can tell that he's grown up because he's acknowledging all these problems that the human realms and Zadia have with each other. But he's still very naive, and they have said that that's something they will be exploring with more with his character down the line. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Ellis, I'm about because she only appeared in like 3 episodes. No, it was more than that. I love how the last thing she ever says is "Don't forget about me, don't," and then they just proceed to never mention her again. Oh, the irony. Yeah, she was pretty cool when she was there. Didn't love her, but yeah, that's how it is. King Harrow. I feel like Harrow is a very, very interesting character. He's definitely someone who's made a lot of mistakes, and he knows that he's made a lot of mistakes. And yeah, those mistakes come back to bite him, and that's kind of one of the underlying themes in the show, with his death being sort of the thing that kicks off the main plot. But yeah, the whole bird Harrow theory I find to be kind of stupid, not gonna lie, and they've sort of debunked it anyway, so that's probably not gonna be a thing, thank God. Because that would just be really fucking weird. I'm sorry, it really would. But yeah, Harrow is cool, I guess. He goes in the... I don't know, I think he goes in pretty cool. Because he's definitely characterized very strongly. And yeah. He definitely left a lasting impression. Queen Sarai. I mean, for the 2 episodes that we saw her for, I really loved Sarai as a character. I mean, you can tell that she and Amaya are sisters just in just personality wise, and the like when they share jokes with each other, it's so cool. And they have said the creators have said that Sarai and Amaya had a really close bond, and Amaya really looked up to her, which we can see in the season in the scene. Too many words starting with S. The scene in the first season where Amaya goes to Sarai's grave and says, "Hello, sister, you are my hero." Like, yeah. And yeah, Sarai she has a lot of that same snark that Amaya has. Like the bit where Harrow's like, "Oh, Lady Justice visited me in a dream. She was wearing her robes. Oh, so a boring dream then." Also, that one line, was Sarai bisexual? For all we know, she could have been. But yeah, she was really cool and kind of a total badass when we saw her. Apparently it was she and Amaya who trained Catullus' army to be the best in the whole Five Kingdoms, so... And yeah, I could see that. So Sarai goes in the... I think she goes in the hell yeah too. Janai. Janai is between hell yeah and the bestest for me. I felt that she got a really good character arc in season 4. With her struggling with, you know, well, do we live in the past or in the future? And with Kareem being very much a foil for that. And she's also very, very badass. And if you know me, you know I love badassery, so yeah. I mean, even from the fact that she didn't even speak a single line until, episode 3 of season 3, or something. I haven't watched season 3 in a while, but... And she still had such a strong presence, and her design as well is so, so cool. So... Honestly, if I'm gonna put Amaya in the bestest, I think I have to put Janai in the bestest as well. Yeah. I really can't wait to see more of her in the coming seasons as a queen. Claudia. Where do I begin? Claudia has very much been a chaotic sort of character from the very beginning. And she's very, very compelling, I feel. I mean, she is very motivated by her love for the people around her, which kind of makes her a mirror of Viren in a lot of ways, in that she does all these terrible things for the people she loves. I mean, and also, there's something that we've seen a few times from her, is that she can't accept when bad things happen to them. Like, when Soren gets paralyzed, he's completely cool with it. And and he views it as something freeing, you know. He doesn't want to kill Callum and Ezran, and he gives a whole speech about, well, now I can't do that because I can't do anything. And yeah, he's at peace with that. But Claudia isn't, and she goes out of her way to force him into becoming able-bodied again. Which, yeah. Take that how you will. But, yeah, the fact that... but I love the fact that they played it as... Soren was cool with it, but it was Claudia who couldn't accept it. And then we see that again with Viren. After he dies, like, properly actually dies, she still can't accept it, and she goes out of her way to do all these terrible things just to bring him back to life. For 30 days. I mean, obviously, there's the whole Arabos can save you, so that's season 4 happens. But, yeah, it's been a very consistent character trait of hers. And, I mean, she has a very quirky sort of personality, which I really like. She definitely does seem to be going down a very dark path as of season 4, which is sad to see, because... Yeah, but I don't know, she's always sort of headed in that direction, I guess. When she buys into Viren's whole lie of, oh, I didn't tell Soren to kill the princes, he heard me wrong, he's an idiot. blah de blah de blah. And yeah, she buys into that. Not cool. Not cool Viren either. On the while I'm on that. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I don't like Claudia as much as some other characters, but she's such a compelling character that, I mean, and also the whole divorced parents thing. Like, in season 2, she talks to Ezran about how her parents divorced and then her mum went off back to Delbar, and that it was the hardest thing that had ever happened to her, and that in turn leads her to stay with Viren when Soren decides to leave. And yeah, hits close to home, does that one, I'll just say. So yeah, Claudia is a great character. I think she goes in hell yeah, because she's not one of my favorites, but I think she is really great. So yeah. Soren. If I had to list my top 5 favorite characters in the show, it would probably go Amaya, Ethari, Rayla, Janai, and Soren. I was pretty indifferent to him in the beginning, but he had such a great arc over seasons 1 through 3, and seeing him in a space where he's so much more comfortable just being himself in season 4 was so nice to see. Also, his new design is like really good, and I love it. Yeah, Soren is just great. He's so lovable, absolute goofball, total himbo, and we love him for it. So yeah, Soren is one of the bestest. Lord Virus. The number of different names I've seen for him on the internet is quite funny. I won't lie. Yeah, Viren is a very good villain. I mean, the number of discussions in the Dragon Prince Discord about Viren and Aravos is, yeah, probably makes up about 80% of the discussions that go on in there. But yeah, Viren is a really good villain, I think. He definitely has very understandable motivations, even if his methods are not great. And adding Aravos to the mix really hasn't helped much. Yeah, I mean, his characterization in season 4 is very interesting to me, because he very much seems like he wants to, I don't know if it seems if he wants to atone for all the bad things he did, but he definitely wants to no longer do bad things and just live his life. But of course, because Claudia can't accept bad things happening to the people she loves, she is having none of it and forces him along anyway. Because that's how he raised her. I feel like his past mistakes are now coming back to bite him in the arse pretty damn hard. So yeah. It'll be interesting to see where that goes in the future seasons. I mean, they have said that they have a very strong arc planned for him. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. I think character-wise, Viren goes in hell yeah, because much as we all love to hate him, he is a very good character. So yeah. And lastly, well, not lastly, we still have a couple of season 4 characters to add, but we have Corvus. Corvus is, I don't know, he doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, but he is very, very loyal, kind of badass too. I love on the official website they have official character birthdays, and it says for Amaya, whose birthday is 2 days after mine, by the way. What coincidence. That she loves oatmeal raisin cookies baked specifically by Corvus, and I love that detail so much. Like, yeah. Apparently she is the one who trained him, since he was a kid, and yeah. Given the first couple of episodes of season 4, I really thought they were going to do more with his character, But it turns out his absolutely beautiful cello scene was his last hurrah in season 4, because he didn't appear again after that, which was really sad. He got shafted so hard. But yeah. Maybe we'll see more of him in future seasons, I don't know. He's never really been focused on much, so I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't, but at the same time, he's coolish. Actually, the cello scene graduates him to pretty cool. Now, the two remaining characters I wanted to add to this are Terry and Kareem. I think if I had to put Terry somewhere, I'd put him in the pretty cool tier, purely because we haven't seen that much of him yet, and I feel like, I mean, he has the groundwork of a really strong character arc already laid, so I'm really excited to see what they do with him. I feel like his moral compass will be tested more and more down the line. I've seen a lot of speculation thinking that he will die, but I really don't think that will happen, given that he's the first and only trans character the show has introduced, and the fact that they went to all the effort of doing that. Yeah, they're not gonna kill him. I have faith on that front. It seems, I mean, apparently them killing the lesbian Durin queens was pretty poorly received, so... And they have gotten much, much better at not burying their gays since then. Like, Ethari is fine and dandy, as far as we know. Runan will be alive again soon. We hope. Maybe, probably. Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of that coin without consequences. I'll say. Amaya and Janai are adorable, and they are my favourite pairing in the show. Kazi is non-binary, they're alive and well. Yeah. The gays are doing pretty damn well in this show at the moment, I will say. Hopefully they will continue to do better. And yeah. So yeah, Terry goes in the pretty cool tier. Also, Australians. I love Australians in animation. Being half Australian myself. It's not something you see very often. And I think that Ben did an amazing job with the accent, given that he'd never actually done one before. So, yeah. And then Kareem, I would probably put in the tier. Because as nice as it was to see him being a foil to Janai, I feel like he didn't have that much depth as a character. Maybe we'll see more down the line, but as of right now, yeah, he's not a favourite. So there we have it. My ranking of all the major-ish characters in the Dragon Prince. I am so excited to see what the show does next. By the looks of it, they have said that we will get season 5 next year. Probably summer, is my guess. Or late spring, if we're optimistic. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. This has been my ranking of the Dragon Prince characters. Drink your tea, people, and I will see you in whatever comes next.